Hey everybody, I'm back again. I want to talk about something that happened that just killed the WB main roster for me. Something that was the hardest story in wrestling going in, but that came out. I don't want to say you can like total joke. Apparently it was Vince McMahon, but you can yak a waste of time. The Fiend inside Hell in a Cell 2019. There was one outcome. One outcome we wanted collectively as a wrestling community. So there may have been some people who don't like the Fiend who were rooting for Seth Rollins, and that's fine. That's fine. But the majority of people, there was only one outcome for them, and that was the Fiend standing over Seth Rollins' victimized and violated corpse, holding up his Universal title, whether the rightfully his. And it's crazy. Going in town to sell, I was saying, oh, they gotta put the title on the Fiend, they gotta put the title on the Fiend. There's no way that WB with all their faults and with the crazy, even with the crazy billionaire running the company, there's no way that even they cannot be so dense as to book the Fiend, the hardest act in decades in the WB, decades, even bound above everyone else. There's no way that they would book the Fiend inside Hell in a Cell for the Universal title in his second match. No, yes. Did not win the championship. There's absolutely no way that would happen. There's absolutely no way that would happen. Even WB cannot be that dense. So, Hell in a Cell comes around though, and I'm getting excited. I'm hyped. Everybody's hyped for this match. Everybody is hyped for this match going in. The majority of Hell in a Cell, I came in an hour late to be honest, but the majority of Hell in a Cell I couldn't give yes of a care about because this was a one match show. This was a one match card. The Fiend vs Seth Rollins inside Hell in a Cell for the Universal title. I'm getting hyped throughout the night. I'm kind of frustrated because I want to see the match so bad. I'm frustrated because the card is just filled with meaningless, uselessness. And no offense to any of the performers, I have to say that. Otherwise I'll get beated in the comments, which I'll probably get beated in the comments anyway. But I do not care. To me, this was a one-match card, and the rest of the card was just filler, honestly, just filler. Just they booked 4 matches on the card going in, but on the day, I imagine Vince McMahon be like, "Oh goodness, we have a pay-per-view tonight, don't we? Quick, so still 5 more matches on there with minimum build, built two of them on the pre-show and everything, which no one even bothers watching. But it was all worth it to me because at the end of the night, the fans would get what they've dreamed of. The fans would get the Fiend holding up his Universal title. Now, I know a lot of fans, well, not a lot of them, some fans were like, oh, it's too soon for the Fiend to have the title. To me, that wasn't an issue because the Fiend is the deepest, darkest part of Bray Wyatt. So, and the Fiend had already beaten Finn Balor. The Fiend was going down this kind of making up for Bray Wyatt's weaknesses. So to me, it was very poetic that the Fiend won the Universal title, where it took Bray Wyatt 3 years to even get his hands on WB Gold. And 3 years might be being generous, I don't know. But yeah, the match gets underway. I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped. The match, I don't know, didn't exactly go the way I was thinking it would go. Seth Rollins got a lot of the offense in, which, was admirable for the time. Admirable, but coming out of this match, we all know the outcome. Coming out of this match, the Fiend, he didn't win. He did not win the Universal title. Boos rained down from the heavens. I mean, it's as if the good Lord himself opened up the gates of heaven and boos rained down. I mean, there was so many, and rightfully so. This was a one outcome card, one outcome match, and WB. I say WB. This was a Vince McMahon decision. Vince McMahon epped up the hardest thing in the company in years, decades. He had a license to print money. He had a license to really do anything. But he chose to have the Fiend used. And he did get pinned, which is a good thing, I guess. He did get pinned or submitted, which is a good thing, I guess. But, yeah. What he did was he had the match by a referee stoppage. Hey yo, this sound itself. A referee stoppage inside on cell, which basically says one of the competitors got thrown out for whooping too much pizza. I mean, one of the competitors got thrown out for being too violent, for being too excessive. No, that is not how it was. And as the boos rained down, as chants of AW filled the sky, as chants of refund and restart the match, cause by the end of the match, the post-match angle, the Fiend popped up, hit the mandible claw, hits the sister Abigail and Seth Rollins. That was after the cell had been raided, but yeah. So there was a chance of restart the match. Cause the Fiend was obviously okay. But they didn't do that. And what was Vince McMahon's initial, and by extension his only reaction? What was Vince McMahon's only reaction to this whole thing? It wasn't to say, oh quick, we gotta book the Fiend in the Universal title match on Raw. It's not exactly what the fans wanted, but it's something. Have the Fiend squash Seth Rollins in a 30-second, 3-second squash match. Just whatever you have to do. It was not panic like that. What this man did, as he isn't to us, his hardcore WB fan base, who bought a ticket to a show, no yes. And those shows are expensive. My dad bought me a ticket once or twice, and I was grateful when he did. I was so grateful to be there. The hardcore WB fans who bought a ticket, Vince McMahon only reacts to them. What TF? What TF? In what realm of reality is your hardcore fans booing the product that you're in charge of a good thing or a funny thing? In what realm of reality do you live in? And it was at that point that WB killed my interest in the main roster. Indeed, I'm still gonna watch NXT. I'm still gonna watch that, because rumor has it, if NXT doesn't do well in the ratings, which is doing better than Raw and SmackDown, so I don't know what Vince McMahon expects. But rumor has it, if it doesn't do good in the ratings, if it doesn't do well, Vince McMahon is gonna come down there and spread his poison to NXT, spread his poisonous corporate thinking. And I don't want that to happen. NXT is it's Triple H's show, isn't it? I just don't want Vince to come down there and ruin it. Because you know that's what he's gonna do. You know that's what he would do if he was even remotely in NXT. You know that is what he would do. The next night on Raw, after on the Cell, I imagine the board meeting was something like this. Vince, we need to address the Hell in the Cell thing. The fans are outraged. We need to address that. And Vince McMahon, I know, pal. I know. Okay, I got it. I'm a genius. We'll address it by not addressing it. I'm a genius. No. No. That is not. No. That is not. No. Instead, what they do is they set up a match for the Fiend vs. Seth Rollins. Comes out of nowhere. And the Fiend is on SmackDown now. But, they set up a match between the Fiend and Seth Rollins for Crown Jewel for the Universal title, or Falls Count anyway, that, quote, can't be stopped for any reason. You shouldn't have to have that in a Falls Count anyway match. That tells me they're gonna do some bull finish. They're gonna do some BS finish because Vince McMahon thinks it's funny. It's to an audience one. And yes, be honest, I don't think the Fiend's gonna win that Crown Jewel anyway. Oh, by the way, it's in Saudi Arabia. WB doesn't want you to know that, but it's in Saudi Arabia. I guarantee you the Saudi prince doesn't know who the Fiend is. He doesn't know who Seth Rollins is. He doesn't know who anybody is. Post 2009. He doesn't know anybody is post 2009. I guarantee you, maybe even post 90s. Or the early 2000s. So, even if the Fiend did win at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, which I don't think he will, because Crown Jewel is a girl frat house though, but even if he wins, yes, be honest, it's not gonna be even a quarter of the response, of the reaction that he would have gotten at Hell in a Cell. You wanna know why? Well, there's two reasons. But you wanna know what I think is the most evident? Because the Fiend already had a shot at Hell in a Cell, and he yacht. He yacht the freaking Seth Rollins. That even sounds disgusting coming out of my mouth. But he yacht to Seth Rollins. And what are they gonna do? Are they gonna put the title on the Fiend at Crown Jewel? No. I guarantee you Vince McMahon didn't yearn for him as a mistake one bit. Vince McMahon didn't yearn for that massive blunder one bit. And even if the Fiend did win in Saudi Arabia, which I don't think he will, but even if the Fiend did win, which again I don't think he will, but even if he did, it won't be a quarter of the reaction that the Fiend would have gotten if he won in Hell in a Cell. Because the Saudi population doesn't have any idea who he is. They don't have any idea who he is. So, yeah. Congratulations, Vince McMahon. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations. You have ruined the hottest thing in the wrestling industry. Not even in WB. The hottest thing in the wrestling industry in nearly decades. No offense to AEW. You have ruined it. You had a license to print money. But after that debacle, I'm not going to be watching the main roster anymore. I am not going to give that crazy old man the satisfaction. I'm just not. Because he thinks we'll forget about it. He thinks we're all mocked. He thinks we'll forget about it. But we won't. We won't. That I truly believe that it's going to be a massive turning point for WB viewing. That is going to be a massive turning point for WB viewing. And who knows, maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line, we'll get a book called WB, The Death of a Giant, or How Vince McMahon Killed the WB, or anything like that. I'm not naive. I'm not foolish enough to believe the WB is going away. But Vince McMahon had to go. He had to go. If he cares one iota about his company, which I don't think he does anymore, I don't think he gives the estimate F at this point. If he cares one iota about his company, he will leave the WWE and never come back. He will put Triple H in charge. I would welcome with open arms Triple H being in charge of the main roster, because Vince McMahon done a lot of damage. But if there's anyone who I would trust, who I would put my absolute trust in to make something of that, it would be Triple H. It would be the Game. They don't call him the Cerebral Assassin for nothing, folks. I'm done with the main roster of WB, and all of you can come at me in the comments to say, okay, see you next week. No, I've been off of WB broadcasting for a few weeks, and I gotta tell you, I've never really been happier, because I'm finally done with it. Thank God for AEW, because we really need that right now, especially after so like this. We need this more than ever. Guys, thank you for listening to my ranting. Thank you for listening to my raving. I just had to get that off my chest. It's been some sort of weeks since Hell in a Cell ended, and I'm not over it. I don't think a majority of fans are over it. If the ratings aren't anything to go by, I just don't think so. I don't know how WB could ever come back from this. It sucks for Bray Wyatt too. I mean, poor Bray Wyatt. I mean, he worked so hard on this Fiend persona, on this character, to get something more over in the wrestling industry than they've had in decades. And in the span of 1 month, Vince McMahon has screwed him over. In the span of 1 month. My goodness, how hard the scene was a month ago. But, guys, thank you for listening my ranting. Thank you for listening my raving. I just needed to say something about that, because it still, and it will always get me angry, how WB could be so stupid and short-sighted when it comes to that. Guys, have a good day, and AW's Tuesday and Wednesday with AW Dark and AW Dynamite. So we have that to look forward to. So have a good day, y'all.